everyone, Miss Tui here. Ozobot wants to learn about some important Black people in history. Today you will identify 5 influential people and create interactive timelines to sequence a major event from each person's life. For today's lesson, you will need an Ozobot fully charged and calibrated, color code markers, a pencil, and both pages of your influential people activity sheets. In today's lesson, you will use context clues to identify the person being described, use context clues to draw a picture to show what each person did, sequence the names and dates on a timeline, and program your bot to move to each event on the timeline in order. There are many influential people in history. An influential person is someone who has impacted or shaped how others act or how things occurred. Today, you will learn the names of 5 influential Black people in American history and learn a little bit more about them. You will use this information to make a timeline. A timeline is a tool for organizing information. It is used to describe the order in which events happen. To begin, look at the influential people activity sheet. There are 5 different names in the word bank: Jackie Robinson, Martin Luther King Jr., Harriet Tubman, Barack Obama, and Ruby Bridges. Read all 5 descriptions and look for clues in the text to think about who the person is. Then write the name of the person being described. You will check your answers in the next chapter. Can you use the clues to identify each influential person in Black history? Then write their names to answer the question, who am I? How did you do identifying the influential people? The correct order of the names with the descriptions is Ruby Bridges, Barack Obama, Harriet Tubman, Jackie Robinson, and Martin Luther King Jr. Now you will use the information about each person to put the events in chronological order from oldest to most recent on a timeline. Find the year in each description and circle it. Next, get out your influential people timeline. The timeline has 5 large boxes with lines above and below them. You will write the date of each important event in Black history on the line above the box and the name of the influential person on the lines below the box. The first date is 1849, since this is the oldest event and the person is Harriet Tubman. Can you sequence the years or put them in order from oldest to most recent? Write each year above the box and the name of each person below the box. Now that you have placed the influential people and the dates of significant events in order, you are going to draw a picture in each box to show what each person did. You may need to go back and reread the descriptions on the activity sheets to get ideas for pictures that best represent the person and their actions. For example, I drew a backpack for Ruby Bridges since she was the first Black student to attend an all-white school. Can you draw a symbol or a picture to show the significance of the date and person for each event on the timeline? Wonderful work creating a timeline to organize the people and events. Time to program your bot to move to each event. There are 5 different lines or pathways for your bot to travel along. Each pathway is to the left of the event it goes with. First, you will program your bot to move to the picture of each event and pause. Look at the color codes key to find the color sequence to program your bot to pause. You will put the color code red, blue, red in the empty boxes closest to each picture. Here is what the pause color code looks like once it's added to each line. Next, you will program your bot to celebrate after it moves through the timeline. You will use the win exit color code, green blue, and put it in the box at the top end of the last pathway. Then you will put the U-turn color code, blue, red, in the empty boxes at the end of each line. Can you use your color code markers and the color codes key to put in the pause code on each line, the win exit code at the top of the last line, and the U-turn codes at the end of each line? Make sure the pause color code is next to each picture. Let's continue programming. You will now use the line switch color codes to program your bot to move to each event in order. The line switch color codes program your bot to move off of a line in a set direction until it finds another line to follow. Depending on the direction your bot is traveling, you may program it to turn right or to turn left to get to the next line. Each line on your timeline has a directional arrow next to it. For example, the first line after start shows the bot will travel up. When the bot gets to the end of the line, the bot will need to turn right to get to the next event. You will put the line switch right color code, red, green, red, to program the bot. The second line shows that the bot will travel down. I am going to turn my paper around to pretend I am the bot. When the bot follows this line, it will now need to turn left to get to the next event in order. You will put in the line switch left code, green, red, green, to program the bot. As you continue to put in your line switch color codes, you will notice a pattern. If the bot is traveling up, use red, green, red. If the bot is traveling down, use green, red, green. Can you use your color code markers and the color codes key to put in the line switch color codes? Remember, if the bot is traveling up, use red, green, red. And if the bot is traveling down, use green, red, green. Ozobot is ready to travel through history with your help, of course. Put your bot on start. When Ozobot pauses at each event, tell Ozobot the name of the person and the event in history. Your bot should run smoothly from one line to the next. Let's see my bot in action. Can you put your bot on start and watch as it moves to each event on the timeline? When the bot stops at each event, be sure to tell who the person is and why they are important. Check your work. Did you identify all 5 people on the activity sheet? Did you put the names and years in chronological order on the timeline? Did you draw a picture to show an important event for each person? Does your map have 5 pause codes, a win-exit code at the end, and 4 U-turn codes? Does your map have 3 line switch right codes and 2 line switch left codes? Does your Ozobot move to each event in the correct order? Can you tell why each person is important? Looking for more? Most of these individuals were the first to do something. Write or talk about what it feels like when you do something for the first time. All 5 people took action for something they believed in to influence change even when others did not agree. Write or talk to tell others something that is important to you and how you would feel if others did not support you. Or choose one of the 5 people from the activity or another person in history to learn more about. Then complete and program another timeline including 5 major events in their life. Come back again soon for our next lesson.